Hello, I am Kodili-nye, the son of the wonderful. Welcome back to another round of street vlogging where we discuss issues concerning our homeland. And we cannot stop because we had a passion and we had the determination to do justice just to that. So what are we discussing today? We are discussing about the greatest assets we have in our homeland, especially in the great city of Onitsha. And you know that Onitsha is one of the biggest city in Nigeria when you talk about commercial activity and industrial activity. No other place will rival it. But because of lack of government interest and government investment, the city has not moved that much on what the people has invested on it. So meaning that it has stagnated over the years. Although that most of the governors talk about what they will do, but in the end they just put a drop in the ocean. Soludo, the present governor of Anambra State, has discussed a lot of resurrecting Onitsha. But when you check what he has put in Onitsha, he has not actually scratched the surface. What he did is commendable, but it's not something that will basically lift the city from the shackles of underdevelopment. It's not even things that will actually bring investors yet. Until he does that, nothing happens. So, but today, before we continue, remember to like, comment, share, and subscribe. I'm still Kodili-nye, the son of the wonderful. So today we are going to talk about the greatest assets that Onitsha and our homeland do possess if you remove the ineffective government. If you take them aside, we can actually do this. We can actually change the narrative without knowing that a lot of people possess the required money to group themselves together to effect change, not just for the Onitsha, but for themselves also. Let me give you an example. In Onitsha main market, you have over 200 million people, 200,000 people doing business. And out of that 200,000 people, over 100 and something are millionaires, and they have a lot of billionaires among them. So what happened is this. Supposing an idea come to them to basically invest in some critical production lines that will elevate the city of Onitsha and help to diversify their respective businesses. Remember, we have discussed about that Onitsha businessmen based in Onitsha main market, Otunkwo, can actually invest in hospitals. They can invest in mega hospitals. They can invest in major recreation hotels, tourist attraction areas. They can invest in universities. They can invest to build world-class universities together with a share options for the businessmen and women. They can actually invest in greenhouse and aquaculture in Onitsha metro area. So there are a lot of places they can invest on. They can also invest in sports. We have discussed this in around almost 2 years ago, that they can set up stadiums, they can set up academies, and this will diversify their business. They also can set up a production line for most of those imported goods they are actually trading in the market. They can set up that and now force the hand of the government to do what the government is supposed to do. We Soludo had a meeting with them and said, oh, I'm going to do this, I'm going to do that. Up till now, he has not come up with anything because there's not much passion in what he's saying. He's saying that, but not really, meaning what he's saying. Because if he does mean that, after 1 month of having the meeting, the next month you see action. But it's almost a year and something now. He had a meeting with them. Nothing. Nobody can tell you what the government is doing on that. They can invest on environment. They can invest in power. Because power is critical, this thing. And with a lot of people having so much money, they can invest in power. I mean power. Electricity. They can invest in solar energy, renewables, in main market area alone, district, business district. There are tons of waste being generated every day, which can be translated into raw material for not just electricity, but gas, which can supply an area in Onitsha. They can invest in so many. They can invest in modern car parks. Because Onitsha is having problem with car parking facilities in these business areas. They can invest in that. So they can invest in riverine tourist areas and many others. So that's what we are discussing today. This is only part one of this. We will continue to give you more details of what actually is going on. I don't know what you think about what we are doing. Do you think this idea is good for our homeland? If you think so, go to the comment section, drop your own piece, share, subscribe. I am still Kodili-nye, the son of wonderful. See you in the next one and have a wonderful time. Bye.